As the clock begins to tick closer to 2026, is Raleigh on track to meet its goal of 5,700 affordable units by 2026? Let's go ahead and find out. What's up, family? It's Roney Polynice here. Here in today's video, it's no secret that homes have become unaffordable for the family making the median household income. So join me as I dive into the progress made since 2016 towards Raleigh's goal of creating 5,700 affordable housing units by 2026. And while we're doing that, we're going to explore the challenges and opportunities ahead to see if Raleigh, North Carolina is going to be a good fit for you. Now, if you're new to me and this YouTube channel, we talk about everything you need to know about Raleigh, North Carolina. So make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell so you don't miss out. But you also must not forget that I am a licensed realtor here. So if you need help on that end, don't forget to reach out. All right. Let's talk about it. The elephant on the table. Yes, unaffordability of homes has become a major issue, not only in Raleigh, North Carolina, but I will say throughout this entire nation as a whole. You know, if you don't know, now you know. We are millions of homes short, not only homes, but apartments. And there's a lot of individuals, a lot of players in this game that are really not helping. And I'm going to talk a little bit about those players to give you guys perspectives and insight of what is really going on here and why you may be frustrated with everything that's going on with real estate when in fact all you want is a home. But to begin, of course, being short millions of homes, that's only going to cause supply issues. So if you're a visual learner like myself, I'm going to take you into this here. This is essentially showing you what the median home price is in comparison to what the median household income is. As you can see stated right at the top here, right? And this is just talking about the US. This isn't talking about Raleigh in specific. However, I want to show you guys because although this is not the best metric and it does not show you exactly what's going on in real estate, it more or less shows you what's going on inside of households. And I say that because if you take a look here, we're at the tippity top of where we really don't need to be. And it's pretty much stating that it's 7, practically 8. And what this is showing is however much so a median income is in the US at this current moment, which I don't quite frankly know, which defeats the purpose of me doing this. But anyways, it's cost an individual, a family, 7 times more than what they bring in to purchase a home. And if you don't believe me, let's go ahead and take a look here, right? So during 2008, the housing bubble, the rate exceeded 7. In other words, right, this is where it gets important. In other words, an average single family house in the United States costs more than 7 times the US median annual household income. And that's essentially what this is stating right here. And quite frankly, it was worse back in 2008. So this is not to give you no fear monger and get you guys worried up and worried about, hey, you're going to go through this massive crash. Because again, this is not the best metric to use to identify what's going on in real estate. It's just showing you guys what's really going on inside the households. And I figured this is going to be an important tool for you guys to be able to see what's really happening in real estate so that you guys can navigate best what is going on. But as you can see right now, it is becoming more and more unaffordable for an average family to be able to afford real estate in the United States. I mean, what world do we live in now? There may be some of you guys out there that's like, hey, this does not concern me. I am not worried. It doesn't matter to me. Well, I will say pause really quickly, because even if it does not directly impact you now, it still has the capabilities of impacting you later. So you still want to listen up here, especially if you're thinking about moving to the Triangle, because you can't forget what I mentioned a little bit earlier. Real estate is a supply versus demand thing. And right now, Raleigh, better yet, the Triangle, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, they are all under supply. So if you're going to be in the position where you may be wanting to sell your home, you're always going to want to know where supply is to make sure you can get the best bang for your buck. But if demand drops and supply goes through the roof, now everyone's in trouble. Well, not everybody, only the individuals that are thinking about selling at that moment, because that is a position, that's a time where you probably won't get the best bang for your buck. Now you can see why I say even if you have a home now, or you're thinking about it, or you're probably not even selling, how this all can still impact you entirely. Now, if you want more insights of what's going on inside the North Carolina real estate market, I did do a video that I'll go ahead and tag up there. Go ahead and check it out, but don't leave this one just quite yet. Make sure to pause it, make sure to write the title down so you can go to that video as soon as this one is done. However, since we all now know what the issue is at hand, let's go ahead and figure out what is Raleigh even doing to solve it. You know, right now Raleigh ranks actually number 13 in the entire country in terms of those states, those municipalities, those metro areas investing into their affordable housing crisis issue, whatever name you want to give it. And you can see here, right, US cities investing in more affordable housing. And I want to show you guys, it's just to share with you guys, there are things that are being done. It may not be nearly as quickly as you would like it to be, but it's in the works. So that's always a good sign, right? Now, how things get done, that's always a big question mark here. You can take a look to see what's small and mid-size that I'll keep on the screen really quickly before showing you guys what is really going on in that Raleigh area. But enough of that. Here you can see Salt Lake is there. You can see Tampa. And there goes Raleigh, number 13 in one of the areas that are actually investing. Now, of course, we would love it to be number one, but that's just not quite the case. Let's actually go see who is number one. You have Atlanta. And we have Austin, we have Jacksonville, Houston, Virginia Beach, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Hartford, Connecticut, interesting, San Antonio, Richmond, Virginia, Philly, and then we have New York, the concrete of the jungle, essentially, right? So this is not surprising, but it is very, very surprising as I'm seeing this. It's the very first time. Since now you have an idea that Raleigh is at least helping those individuals in the area, I do want to say be wary of what I like to call one of the big players out there. I call them the big B specifically because they start with a B, and you'll see it here because I won't let you guys down, and I'll give you guys and let you guys know everything. They are a really big institutional buyer, and they are buying everything here, and they're one of the big players that you gotta be cognizant of because they're in the game to making sure that you don't get your dream, which may be home ownership in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now you're probably thinking, well, how are they going to do that? Well, they're buying the homes, and what they're doing, they're just turning the homes around and renting it out to you guys. And you can go ahead and take a look to see what rents did in the past couple of years. And I mean, quite frankly, if you just look at the past would generally tell you what's going to happen in the future. So don't be left behind, and let's go see the progress that Raleigh has been making since 2016 when they initiated this entire plan. And I'm sure they've made changes along the way, but we're going to go ahead and check out where we are today. One thing I realized is I keep saying these numbers, I keep sharing these things with you guys, but I'm not giving you the concrete details of where I'm getting it from. So just so you guys in the back that think, you know, where is Ronnie pulling these numbers? I promise you I am not pulling it from, you know, but here. You can kind of see at the top. Well, now you can see at the top. Affordable housing goals, and this is on the Raleigh, North Carolina's. They're essentially their government website of where they release all their information of what's going on, what plans they have in place. And so let's go take a look, right? So this is literally their plans, like 5,700 housing units by 2026. That is their ultimate goal. This is currently where they're at. 3,028 homes. Are we gonna get there? I don't know. Quite frankly, they actually have another goal which I can share with you guys of goal to create 570 homes. So if you just do the math, I'm not gonna do the math. You can kind of see we may fall short of that home unless if there's 1 year where they just do tremendously more than what they anticipated. But this is it. You know, you can see as well. There's 2,672 homes left to be done in order for them to hit that goal. So the fact that they may fall short, and we're going through this right now, this crisis as we speak, this may cause some issues. So like I said, let's go ahead and take a look at their progress. This is a public website, so you guys have this as your leisure as well to do your research, but I completely understand if you don't want to. If you do have a question on this, or better yet, you're actually thinking about moving to the area, don't forget to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. Always remember one thing: I got your back in this market. But let's go ahead and talk about what's right in front of us, which is essentially showing us the progress that Raleigh has made since 2016. To the left, you'll have numbers that go from pre-development all the way down to completed units. Same thing goes for the right, but obviously this is just showing you a little bit more what's going on the map here. And so let's just say I'm going to go ahead and click on one of the completed ones just so you guys can see what it even looks like, so you kind of know what to look out for if you're even going to look into this. So there you have it. It tells you who's the developer down to the address, what type of property, and how many units is there. So in all, Raleigh is working on it. This is a great way to keep up to date with it, to see exactly what's going on if you're even interested in this. Essentially, to sum up everything, what Raleigh's becoming or trying to do right now is become a lot more denser. So you're going to see a ton more single family homes, a ton more. I think you're going to see more townhomes than you're going to see single family homes. And if you do see any single family homes, they're going to be a lot more smaller. And that's just the only way for them to really get dense, because as I've mentioned in previous videos before, every single construction site, every single person, every company, they're all building up. And even with Raleigh building to be a little bit more denser, that's where the Missing Middle Housing Act comes into play. 2020, they unbanned it. They allow people to now have ADUs on their property. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at it, and this is essentially showing you guys what all the approved and the pending permits to allow ADUs. And yeah, let's get my stuff out of here really quickly so you guys can look at this. But this is essentially showing you guys, man, it's getting real here, and you can see it's getting even way more real downtown Raleigh, at least close to it, because again, the closer you get to downtown Raleigh, the less that you'll actually see of any available land, essentially. Let's click on one of these things to see exactly what is this company doing here. There you go. They literally have the details of what they're doing. This person is doing a for rent ADU structure, very similar to what I just said, a pool house, a guest house, to be constructed at the same time as their single family development building. I'm not sure exactly what that entitles, but there you go. They recently just got a couple of months ago, and this is literally going on right now. I mean, it's pretty insane to even look at this to see how many people are actually interested in developing ADUs on their property, and there's a reason for it. They understand where Raleigh is going as a whole, and they may even see the issue at hand, and more than happy to take advantage of an opportunity. Because what this could even do, this can even develop right into tiny homes, is having that aspect, having that new entire industry, which I know a lot of other places have already implemented it. So it's just a matter of time before it actually gets to Raleigh as well. You have the information. Now I have a question for you. Given the information provided today and the goal, do you believe that Raleigh will hit their goal of 5,700 affordable housing units by the end of 2026? Let's hear it in the comments below. I really want to hear what you guys have to say on this.